In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a custom header, something like this, which has a site logo, which has a link, which has a button, which has a cart, which has some social icons, which has a rotating text, which will give you a notice about coupons. And we have some icons with your phone number, with your email. And we have this header divided into two sections. One is the above header section, which just shows you some of the important things, and a main header which has the menu, the button, and the cart. So I'll be taking you through the process of creation of this header, and I'll be taking you through this process without using any premium plugins. So this is done completely for free. So if you like the idea, stick around and let's get going. Welcome to the Binary IQ. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, do consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Also, by the end of this video, if you learn something from it, do not forget to hit that like button. It really helps us out. And finally, do check out our YouTube channel. I already have a lot of videos created, and I'm very hopeful that you'll find some of them very useful for you. So let's get going. Now in this video, we'll be creating a custom header from scratch, and more importantly, for free. So we'll be using some of the best plugins in the market, but we'll be utilizing the free plugins only, and we'll be creating a very well-designed header from scratch. So let me walk you through the entire process. Here I am inside a fresh installation of a WordPress site. I've just created this site, so it's completely blank. We'll first of all be importing a demo site so that we have something to work with, and we'll move on from there. So for that, we'll install a plugin. So let's go to where it says plugin, click on add new. Inside search plugins, let's search for Astra starter templates. Once you find the starter templates, this is by Brainstorm Force. So we'll click on install now. Once it's installed, we'll click on activate. Now we are using this plugin so that we can get some website to work with, and more importantly, so that we don't have to pick and choose the plugins. So this will be installing some of the key plugins. However, we will be installing one additional plugin, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So let's simply go to where it says C library inside the plugins, or we can go to where it says appearance and go to starter templates. So we'll click on starter templates. In the select page builder page, we'll be selecting Elementor as our page builder. Now I already have made a few videos on using the Elementor, especially the free plugin. So you can go and check them out. I'll leave the links to all the videos associated with this video in the description. Here we'll be selecting one of their free templates. We'll be selecting this organic store. I'll click on it, and we'll just import the complete site. So I'll click on import complete site. So once the website is imported successfully, you'll get this prompt. Now let's simply go to view our site in action. I'll just click on where it says view site. So this is our website live, and the header is looking just fine out of the box. However, we'll be changing it a little bit. Now this, whatever I'm showing you, can be done from a blank website as well. I just wanted to have some content available so that it was easier to view. So let's go back to our backend. Let's just click out of this and we'll reload it once. So now we have a few plugins already installed. So let me go inside plugins once more and just add one more plugin. So I'll just click on add new, and we'll search for Elementor again. So as you can see, we have a few things pre-installed, and I'll be sharing the list on the screen right now. So the theme which we have selected is called the Astra theme. We have the page builder called the Elementor page builder. As you can see, it's already activated. Now we're using this Elementor header and footer blocks so that we can access our header and the footer section, in which we'll be creating a complete header from scratch, and we'll be utilizing the Elementor page builder for that. However, to add one essential feature, we'll be using this essential add-ons for Elementor. You can actually avoid it if your design is going to be a simple one. However, this is a great plugin. As you can see by the number of active installations it has over 500,000 active installations. So I'll just click on install now. Once it's installed, let's click on activate. So now we have all our important plugins done. Let's go ahead and create the header we are looking for. First of all, let me show you where the current header is coming from. So I'll go to where it says appearance, and I'll just click on menus first. So as you can see, I have a main menu which consists of home, all products and so on, which is the menu which is available on our front end. So for now, what I'll do is just remove this last one, the account link. So I'll just click on this and I'll remove this, as well as I'll remove these two pages as well. So I'll just remove my account and I'll remove cart. So what I'm planning to do is create a button that will take me to my account page. Let me first show you where the header which we are looking for is coming from. So in order to do that, what we'll do is inside appearance, we'll go to where it says customize and open it in a new tab. So as you can see, I have the updated menu. Now this menu is coming from the header section. Inside the Astra Customizer, these are the theme settings. So if I go inside header, you can see I have the option of creating a primary header as well as a transparent header. So inside the primary menu, you'll see the menu which is created here. So I have the main menu as well as the WooCommerce button, or rather an icon at the end. So we'll be going to change all this. So let's go ahead and change these things. One more thing, I'll just take you back. Inside the site identity, you can see there is a logo already fed into it. So we'll be utilizing this logo. So let me just cancel this as I don't need that. Now let's go back to the dashboard. Now inside appearance again, there is an option where it says header and footer builder. So I'll just click on that. Inside this, I'll click where it says add new. So let's call our header. I'll just give it a name, header 1. Inside the type of template, what we'll do is define this as a header. Now this lets us create custom headers. Now we want it to be displayed on the entire site. So I'll go where it says select and I'll select the entire website. Inside user roles, I'll click on select again and I'll select all. So as you can see, I have a lot of dimensions here. So I can display this header only on a few pages, on special pages, on only posts and so on. Similarly, I can have a different menu for the logged in people, for the logged out people, for administrators, editors, and so on. So it is a very versatile plugin to have. However, for now, we'll be utilizing this header on the entire website as well as for all the users, but you can see the power it has. So let's click on publish first. Once we are done with publishing, let's click where it says edit with Elementor. This will take me inside the Elementor editor window. So let's start creating our menu. In order to create a menu, we'll be having a above header section as well as one main header. So let me do that. So let me create one section first. So I'll click on where it says add a new section. Inside add a new section, I'll create one with 4 blocks. So I'll just click on this for now. So I have 4 blocks created. I'll keep changing the settings as the time comes. First of all, let me give this section a background. So I'll click on where it says edit section. I'll go inside the edit section and click on the style options. Now I have created an entire video on using the Elementor free page builder plugin. So all the options which I'm using right now, I have made an entire detailed video about that. Rather, it's a series with 2 parts. So that's how deep I went. I'll leave the links in the description. You can follow along with that video if you are having some problem with this one. So inside slides, I'll click on where it says background type. I'll click on classic. Inside the color, I'll be clicking on color. So let's rather create a gradient. So I'll click on gradient. So I'll be selecting a few colors I already have. So I'll be going from light green to very light green. Let me grab this color for now. Let's paste this color. This is one of my colors. Inside the second color, I'll use the other color. So let me paste this other color here. And I have the 2 colors. Now let me just change the angle a little bit. I'll just hide this panel for now. And you can see nothing is visible just because there is nothing available in the section as of now. So inside the 4 columns we had created, in the first column, we'll be adding the site logo. So I'll just simply click on this plus, or I can simply go to this checkered icon, click on it. I can simply search for logo. And as you can see, the header footer Elementor plugin, which we just created, has a site logo option available. Now this site logo option is a premium element inside the Elementor. So if you end up buying the pro version of Elementor, you'll get this site logo. But right now we are getting this for free anyway. So I'll just hold on to it, drag it and drop it in the first column. So as you can see, the logo which we had is available here. Let's quickly style this. I'll keep it left aligned. Inside style, let me change the width. So instead of percentage, I'll be choosing a pixel width and I'll be choosing it to around 150 pixels. Or I can even go higher. I'll go to 180. That looks good to me. I'll just hide this panel to see it and it looks fine. Inside the second column, I'll be placing my menu. So I'll just click on this plus and I'll type in menu. Here are a few options of menu. So we'll be using this navigation menu again from the header footer Elementor. As you can see, we have a nav menu with even more features. Now this comes from the Elementor Pro plugin, but again, we'll be utilizing the free option for now. So I'll just click on navigation menu and I'll drop it inside the second column. Now this comes with its own settings. And as you can see, it's not clearly able to adjust itself inside this column. So I'll just reduce the column widths. I'll just reduce this for now, as well as reduce the column width right now. Now everything right now is aligned to the top of the section, or rather top of the columns. So for that, what I can do is change the global settings. I'll click on where it says edit section, go inside layout, inside vertical align, I'll select middle. Now everything is aligned to the middle. Let's go back inside the menu. Now we want this menu to be right aligned. So we'll go inside layout and first of all, right align it. So that is looking fine. For now, we just had one menu. That's why we got this menu by default. If I had more menus, I would have got certain more options here. We're not going into that. We'll go into the style option. Let's leave these settings for now. We'll change them if we feel like. Inside the text color, this is what we'll be changing. So let's change the text color to a dark green. And I have those colors as well. So I'll select this very dark green color and I'll paste it here. So that is done. Let's go back inside it. I don't want to change the background color. Inside the hover, we'll be changing this color a little bit. So we'll be going for a lighter green. So once I hover, as you can see, the color change. And lastly, in the active, we'll change the text color again to the one which we have selected for hover. So whichever page we are on, that link would be shown with this dark green. So I think it looks good. Let me just increase this horizontal padding a little bit. Right now, the gap between these is only 15 pixels. So let me change it to 25. I think that would look better. So yes, so that looks a bit more relaxed. And the next two will be placing one button here as well as one cart icon here. Let's start off with the button first. So we'll again go back to all the elements. We'll search for button, or as you can see, it's right here. We'll just hold on to it, drag and drop it here. So let's change the text for now. We'll change it to account. Inside the link, we can simply search our page, or we can paste in our page. If I search for account, you can see you get the link to my account page, which is created by WooCommerce. So I'll just simply click on my account and this fills in the link. So now we have an active link, which will take me to my account. I'll keep the alignment to the center. Inside size, I'll let the size be. It looks okay. I can have an icon too. So let's have an icon for now. I'll click on this plus. I'll search for user and I'll paste in this user icon. So I'll just insert it and that looks good. I'll add some space too. So I'll add a 10 pixel space and that looks very nice. I will go inside style and we'll change a few styles. So first of all, let's change the background color. So I'll just change the background color from light green to a darker green. So that looks good. Now in the last column here, I'll be placing a cart menu, which will show me the cart position as to how many objects I have in my cart right now. For that, again, I'll go to all where it says all elements or the icon here, and I'll search for cart. Again, we have a few options. As you can see, the menu cart is a premium feature of the Elementor, but the header footer Elementor is giving me that option as well. So I'll just simply drag this and drop it inside this last column. So right now it's not visible. We'll change that. First of all, let me center it. Inside the default, I'll change the default type to custom. Instead of the bag light, I want a bag solid. And we do not want to show the total price. So I'll just uncheck this. I'll let the items count be a bubble. Inside style, first of all, let's remove the border width. So I'll just select any one of these and delete it. Because it's linked, everything goes away. We do not need to change any of these things. So let me first change the icon color. Again, I'll change the icon color to this dark green and I'll increase the icon size. So let me try 25. Let me actually increase it to 35. I'll hide this panel to see how my menu looks right now. So it looks good, but I still have this outside border. In order to change the border width, I actually have to take it to 0 because the default width is set to 1. So right now, as you can see, this item has a lot of padding on either ends. This is again coming from the default settings. So what I can do is change the padding to 0. Inside the hover, I can change the icon color hover to say black, and the background color, I'll just make it transparent. Inside the hover as well, I'll change the background color to transparent so that nothing is visible except the cart icon. So earlier, the outline you saw is now gone. So we'll do the same effect on this button as well. So I'll just click on edit button again, go to where it says hover and change the background color to black. So once I hover over this button, you can see the same effect happen. In fact, let me change this menu to match our buttons and the cart here. So I'll just quickly click on edit navigation, go back to styles. Inside the text color, we'll change the text color to the darker green. Inside the hover color, we'll change it to black. And the active color again will change it to black. So now if I hover my mouse over these icons, you can see the color change. So everything is looking fine. I'll just hide this panel once more and see how it looks. This is looking pretty darn good. So let's top this off with another menu, which is on the top of this. So I'll click on add new section. I'll click on a section with 3 columns this time, and I'll place it above the primary menu. So I'll just hold on to it and leave it at the top. So let's color this first. So I'll click on edit section again, go to the style, go to classic this time, and I'll choose a color. Inside color, we can go for a black, or rather I'll go for a dark green. So I have a very dark green color saved. I'll simply copy the hex code, paste it here, and that looks pretty good. If I hide it, you'll see nothing is available right now because I haven't placed anything inside those sections. Inside the first section, I'll be placing an icon list. So I'll just simply type icon list, and I have this icon list option for free. So I'll just drop it here. I'll remove the third option. In the first one, I just want to place in my phone number or my WhatsApp number. So what I can do, click on this icon. I'll be taken to the icon library. So all the Font Awesome icons are available here. I'll search for WhatsApp and I'll select this first option, click on insert, place in my text. So the text would be my phone number. So I'll just type in some phone number. I can place a link which will take me directly to the WhatsApp page too, but that is for another video. Inside the second item, I'll be changing this to my email. So I'll just type in the email. So I'll just give it support at say organicstore.com. Inside the link, to get a default link which takes you directly to the mail account, what you can do is type in mail to and type in colon and type in whatever mail ID you have. So I can just simply copy this ID and I can paste this ID. So once a person clicks on this ID, he'll be taken to his default mail service provider so that he can send you a mail. So I'm not doing that here. This was just to show you. The second thing I'll be doing is inside the layout, instead of having it as a default, I'll be selecting inline so that I can get everything on one line. Right now it's not visible because the column size is very small. So if I increase the column size, you can see everything is coming on one line. Let me change this icon quickly too. I'll search a mail icon which is called envelope. I'll select one of these and I'll click on insert. Now nothing is visible right now because everything is dark. So dark over dark doesn't work well. So I'll go inside style. First of all, let me align it to the left. I'll place a divider in between two and I'll change the color to a very light green. So I'll copy the very light green color and I'll paste it here. That looks good. Inside the icon, let's change the icon color to a white, or let's change it to the lighter green which we have. We are not bothered about hover animations of the icon, so we'll leave that. Inside text, we'll change the text color to this light green I have. So now everything is visible, but we want this text to be a bit small. So I'll go to where it says typography. I'll click on it. Inside the size, I'll select a 12 pixel size. Again, if I hide it, you can see this bar is looking pretty good even right now. So as I had a problem in the earlier menu, this everything is right now aligned at the top. So let me change those settings first. So inside edit section, I'll go to where it says layout. Inside the vertical align, I'll change it to middle. So everything is in middle now. Inside the column gap, right now I have a lot of padding. So I'll change that to no gap. And if I go inside advanced, I'll unlink these values so that I have a zero padding. So if I hide this panel right now, you'll see everything is very tightly packed. I just need a little bit of breathing space. So I'll do that. On the top, I'll place 5 pixels and the bottom I'll place 5 pixels. I'll hide this again. And now you can see it's looking pretty neat. So let's hide this, open this panel again. Inside the central column, I want to place an animated text. Before doing that, let's place a list of social icons here. So let's go to all elements again, type in social, and Elementor gives you a free list of social icons. So I'll just drag it and place it here. So I have a few. I'll just add one more to show you that we can add anything. So let me add a Snapchat icon and I'll click on OK. So inside the shape, I'll change it from rounded to circle because I find circle looking very nice, and I'll align it to the right. Inside style, first of all, I'll change the size to around 15 pixels and I think it will look good. So I'll change the spacing between these icons. So I'll put in a spacing of 10 pixels, or let me put in a 20 pixel. So right now the colors of all the icons are the official colors. You can change these to match your theme. So I'll just change it to custom. Inside the primary color, I'll change it to a darker green and I find that looks good. Inside the secondary color, I'll paste in my lighter green and I'll be done with it. So if I hide it right now, you can see the icons looking pretty nice. However, as you can see, my cart icon is not aligned to the right now. So I'll just click on edit cart, go to where it says alignment, and I'll align it to the right so that everything looks perfectly aligned. So now I have my social icons. Now inside social icons, of course, you can go to the content and you can place in the links to your social media account. So you can simply place a link here and it will work just like a link. Inside the central column here, I want to place a text which gives me the option of a rotating coupon code. So for that, we'll be using the plugin which we installed at the end, which is the Essential Elementor add-on plugins. I'll search for text. Inside text, I'll be choosing this fancy text. So I'll place it inside. Now in the prefix, I'll be typing a few dashes. In the suffix, again, I'll be placing a few dashes. Inside the first string, I'll type new user and a question mark. Inside the second string, I'll type in get 20% off. And the third string, I'll give the coupon code, which is use coupon new 20. So I want this new 20 to be bold. For that, what I can do is use a little bit of HTML. So I'll have a lesser than sign. I'll place in a B, and I'll just, for a cleaner code, I'll close this bold as well. Right now you cannot see anything just because the color is black on black. So I'll go to where it says style. Inside the prefix, I'll change it to the lighter green. Inside the fancy text, again, I'll change the color to a lighter green. And finally, inside the suffix, I'll change the color to a lighter green. Now it's looking good, but everything is a bit too big. Or let me just hide it for now and let's see how it looks. So to me, it looks pretty good right now. I can go ahead and change the text size. However, I think it's looking good and I can use this on my website. So what I'll do is I'll click on update. If I go to my front end now and I reload it, you can see this was the original one and this is my new website. And I have this rotating text on the top. So you saw how easy it was to simply put in anything you want. Now you can take it to whatever levels you want. You can change the gaps, you can decrease the size, you can change the colors, you can put in whatever links you want, whatever images you want. Everything that Elementor as a plugin, as a page builder plugin has to offer, you can use it on your header as well. All you had to do was simply install a few additional plugins. These are the list of the plugins again. We had the theme as the Astra. We had a page builder called Elementor. We had a header footer plugin by Brainstorm. And we utilized an add-on plugin for Elementor, so that we can have this rotating text feature. Now you can of course use whatever features you want and specific plugins to that. I hope this video gave you some insight into creating designer headers. Now my designing would not be as good as you might have. So play around with it, do some creative stuff, and share a link to your website inside the comments. I'd love to see your work. Go to a YouTube page and I'm hopeful you'll find some content out there. I made an entire video on using Elementor. I hope you'll find that valuable too. Do check that out. And if you're not already subscribed, do hit that subscribe button. Last but not the least, do hit that like button if you actually learned something new from this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.